everybody, and welcome to Phantom of Florida. Today, we review the findings of the Lake Helen Cemetery, home of the Devil's Chair. Over the several visits that we made there, one thing was apparent. The amount of vandalism and trespassing was the most noticeable as we ventured into the cemetery. Out of all the bells and whistles we broke out, it would be only one device that would seemingly catch strange activity, the phone app. With the timing of the events that took place moments before the evidence was captured being the most profound, I felt this was the strangest communication to date coming from this app. Take it for what it is, but this app is truly strange. I'll hold up a screenshot of the way this app is said to work so that you can pause the screen and read for yourself. This is a free app in your app store, so you're welcome to download it for yourself and see what you might catch. Here we go.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
First time since 1988. Cassadaga Cemetery.
What happened in 1988?
That's when me and my friends were heading to the famous Cassadaga Cemetery back when we were in high school as a joke. First time we went in the cemetery is the first time I encountered my first encounter when I got knocked down trying to sit on a headstone. And I have not been back since.
The graveyard and Billy's re-entrance after you.
So they ran this way over here.
They ran which way?
They ran this way over here. And we had to have parked over here. It was at night. And this is the graveyard that everybody, when I was in high school, that everybody came to from Seminole County, Lake Mary High School. This is where we came. We either went to the Burger King in Longwood or we came here. There you go. And some of these are fairly new though, but it doesn't look much different. And I remember that field over there because it wasn't over here.
This was it? And that's the grave right there.
They walked this way and I was over here. And this was it. It had to have been at 10:30 at night. I mean, it was dark. They were way up here. They were walking up this way. And this is the one that I sat on right here.
D-Lane, are you here with us? Do you remember when Billy tried to sit down here as a joke? It just said Eric. Do you know me? Hello? Who are we talking to? So far, I've only heard my name. Oh, we're going to have to play that footage back. I think it just said Sarami.
So this is the Devil's Chair here, right?
There's two of them. One of them's not actually the Devil's Chair and one of them allegedly is. Neither one of them's actually the Devil's Chair. That's just what folklore is. Is this the chair they call the Devil's Chair? Hey, I said we'll take it. Does it make you angry that people call this the Devil's Chair? Do you know Billy? You said Billy. Said the Devil's Chair. It said the Devil's Chair. The Devil's Chair is fake. It's disrespectful. Does it upset you that people come here and put this name on you? Can you say Billy's name again? I heard devil. Yeah, this is a mourning chair. What it was built for somebody who moved out of state and wanted a place to be with her family when she came here. We have a device here. If you speak into it, we'll be able to hear you. What is the family name on this plot? Just said Mary. We're staying at the Ann Stevens house in the cottage. If anybody wants to come back there and say hello tonight, that's where we'll be. That's it. Just move it, please. Okay, so let's go look at the other plot. It was what? There's like a low demonic voice that keeps coming through. Only one of them's the devil's chair. We don't know which. Is this the one that they are calling the devil's chair? Keep hearing 30. Can you tell me who's buried here? Can anybody hear me? I heard I died. Not really? I hear 30 a lot.
What is that saying? This is a very old cemetery.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the oldest one I've seen, you know, around this area, you know.
Let's go hit up your old stone on the way out.
This is definitely one of Florida's oldest graveyards because of the access to the St. Johns River, which was the main hub coming into Florida. Back in the 1800s was the river, you know.
Right. That was the only way in and out.
It was the only way really in and out of mass. So this area became like the center of commerce, which is where a lot of these people probably were from, you know. Probably timber, lumber. Why I got thrown down is totally a mystery, but
this was it?
that's the one that I got thrown down on, though.
We're asking for the spirits here to follow us back and pay attention. At least if you're not going to come back to the hotel we're staying at, to at least pick Billy up and throw him across the graveyard.
Yeah,
He's got to levitate. That's what we're asking him to do.
How about if we ask for forgiveness from 1988?
Okay, you go ahead and do that. He's sorry from 1988 that he sat there on your grave. He did not mean any disrespect. He was just being young and stupid.
That was my one and only outer body experience, I guess you could call it, or whatever.
It's about almost a damn heart attack experience.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, Billy, what have we learned? No more sitting on graves.
Right. I guess that's probably something that, you should never do, is sit on someone else's headstone. Yeah,
That's a different form of desecration, even though you didn't dig them up, but it's still probably not cool. All right, well, let's head back.
There's Eric going into the devil's chair.
Yes, the devil's chair, alleged devil's chair. So there's a device on that camera, the big fuzzy gray thing. If you talk directly into it, you can tell people how upset that it makes you that they call this the devil's chair.
And this is the famous chair that everybody comes from across the globe to sit on.
This chair. Actually, I don't know if it's this one or if it's that one. That one's completely empty. This has all the stuff in it. We'll just have to figure it out. So I'll turn this on. Eric, easy. First thing out of it. Hey, who's there that can hear me? My name is Eric. What's your name? That low voice is still here. Said for the record? Can you just say real loud, this is not the devil's chair? Who's that low voice that we keep hearing? I've played this app like 100 times. I've never once heard that. We're leaving the fake devil's chair, okay? There's a guitar pick back here. Film that. Is there anyone who can hear me? Yes? Can you tell me the name on this site? Whose name am I pointing to? We're going back to the hotel. We're staying at the Ann Stevens house. We'll be in the cottage. Yeah. You're welcome to come follow us. Anybody back here, if you want to talk, we're here to listen. Will you come with us? Okay, we're leaving now. Goodbye. I heard get out. And then I heard stay. People need to know that this is not the real devil's chair. Will you help me?
Is that recording?
I don't know. Let's head back. Okay, so now that we're back at Cassadaga, we're here looking at this exact grave, the exact place where Billy Devitt was pushed off of a gravestone. Later we came back and realized, what did we realize?
After all these years, never realized that Billy J. Carver was on the headstone. Never even saw it. It's when we came back here about a month ago. Couldn't believe it when we looked at the name and it said Billy. It's like, wow, that's very, very weird.
Yep, so you sat right here on this corner and you were pushed down to the ground.
I can't remember which corner I was on. I just remember sitting on the headstone and it pushed me forward. Yeah, and when we came up with it, oh my, you couldn't believe it. It's like, oh my gosh, my name's Billy and there's Billy on the stone. So it was that's very unique.
And not to mention, it was nighttime. You couldn't see it.
I couldn't even see it.
It was also back in
you
the
can't
80s.
see anything. You can't even see. We were out here. It was total. I mean, it was totally dark. There isn't a light anywhere out here. When you're out here at night, nowadays you can't go in here anymore at night because everybody used to come here at night. Everybody came here in the late 80s, 90s and stuff. This was like the place to kind of go. We didn't deface anything. We just kind of went in and just kind of, everyone just came and walked around. I don't even think those were there, but you can see they're all. And so I said, I'm just going to sit down here. They were going that way, and that's
now, while you said that, I'm going to walk over here and take a gander. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
And
okay.
when we walked in,
Whoa! Pentagram? Really?
mm-hmm.
What the hell?
Mm-hmm, dude.
See, this is evidence in this. Is that coffee grounds? I didn't even realize this was here.
Yeah.
So this will be a little bit of the grave desecration that people talk about in Cassadaga, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You never knew about the Devil's Chair in the 80s, so obviously somebody developed that story, and it's probably a hack.
Yeah, I never heard about the Devil's Chair.
This is actually coffee grounds. Now I can smell coffee.
Yeah.
So what does coffee have to do with graves? This sparked an interest in me when you brought it up, and then we found out later that the Devil's Chair that you never knew about is literally just up that hill. And we are going to go up there with some toys, and we're going to see what we can get. We are walking towards the Devil's grave, or should I say the Devil's Chair, which actually, the last time we were here, a spirit debunked demonic activity at the Devil's Chair.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that that's not what this is. There are, in fact, two of these exact same setups with exactly both of the names of the family plot. The other one is over there with the names of the Thatchers facing you. This one, the names are facing the mourning chair, where it is said that it was built. Oh look, somebody put the beer there. Somebody built this with the names facing in so they could sit in the mourning chair and mourn the loss of their family. I don't know why that one over there is there, if it's a decoy or what the deal is, but it adds to the mystery of why they call this.
Yeah, there's just two here in this site, right?
Right.
Two chairs.
So this beer is supposed to be empty without being opened. I did not put this beer here last night. Somebody probably did, and they're going to be back here this morning to check to see if it's actually empty. So we're just going to check. Here, you check.
What's that, if it's empty?
See if it's empty.
No, it's full. It's still cold.
Debunked. Okay, so I have this app on my phone. We're here to try to collect more evidence.
That's the same one I have.
You can adjust the volume by touching it and the speed. You cannot add or take away anything from this. Can you tell me the name of the family on this headstones over there?
Yeah.
Yeah? That's a good one. What's the name of it? Whose name is this? I heard Henry, but I don't think that's Henry.
Mm-mm.
Damn. Hang on, it shuts off when you're not looking. Are you able to tell me what my name is? It's weird. I heard creepy. So it's unable to say much. I mean, I heard some things, but there's not enough, like, intelligence in it. Okay, we're gonna go now. We're gonna use something else to try to communicate with you, okay? Are you able to step in front of this device right here and make it go off? All you have to do is this. I don't know if anyone's ever brought anything like this out here before. We just want to communicate. Can you touch this like that? Are you able to talk into this device? Talk into this little spot right here where we can hear you later? We won't be able to hear you now. You're welcome to talk to us.
We're quiet today here out here.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Let's try this.
Okay, here Eric's bringing out the big guns now.
Yeah, the little paranormal creepy ass coughing. That in the dark you really don't want to hear. The Devil's Chair. They do have seats everywhere in here. This looks like 1917, 6/24/1917 to 12/6/1917. Not even a year old. Is that their parents? Yep, mother and father written on these two graves. So here's where the Thatcher family's names face the outside. These are different people, same last name.
These are the other Thatchers. I don't.
Right.
Being this one, now they were buried in 1872. So they might have been one of the first ones out here, you know?
Can you tell me the name of the family plot here?
I said yes, sir.
Well, what is the name of the family plot here? Are you buried out here somewhere? Wait, I thought I heard Thatcher. People drew symbols here.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Faith, devil, and I don't know what the other word is. Can you tell us to leave? Oh, I heard leave. One more time. If you ask us to leave, we'll leave. Do you want us to stay? I heard stay. Does it anger you that people call this place as the Devil's Chair? Just leave. All right.
Is that what it said?
Yep. So, it says just leave, so we will just leave. Should you find yourself in the area of Lake Helen, you're more than welcome to stop by the old cemetery to see the so-called Devil's Chair for yourself and take a few pictures. The beer visitors left behind from the night before were all still there, unopened and full in the mornings, so it would seem the devil is not as thirsty as we thought. So if you ask yourself the question, is the Lake Helen Cemetery haunted? Absolutely. But by the devil? Well, I think it was time we put that idea to rest. For Phantom of Florida, I am your host, The Phantom, out.